agree to disagree. That's fine. It's
Don't
like
tell me your actions are just because you're a Gemini and you suck.
And then, but it's not. Let's agree to disagree. It's you're a stupid fucking idiot. How do you think you know the world? It's like I don't think I know anything. I'm quoting. I'm quoting astronomers.
I saw on your Instagram like a couple weeks ago, you said, if you believe the earth is flat, please come on the podcast. Did you ever get one?
Yeah, I did. We did
Was it awesome?
3 hours and 48 minutes.
I'm going to go home and watch that instantly. That sounds so fun.
Yeah, and they want to come back on. The problem was the guys who I went on with, it was fine. I did 20 hours of study before that episode because I wanted to
really proving this earth is a circle.
Well, no, it wasn't that. I wanted to quote every one of their bullshit arguments before they quoted them to me and have a counter for all of them because I can't. Right now, I know flat Earth arguments better than most. Not all.
Right.
I'm not better than like Jaron and Flat Earth Dave. But most flat earthers cannot quote flat Earth dogma better than I can. The whole 8 inches per square mile or some bullshit like that. Like the whole thing. The sun is 3,950 feet above, or 3,950 miles above the Earth. Like things like that are provably untrue. Because what does that mean? That means that light travels at 4,000 miles a second.
Before we go down the flat hole rabbit hole, give me the main one argument that they have that it is flat. Just the main one.
Oh no, it's just you look outside and it looks flat. That's the main argument. It's just empiricism.
Got it.
It's just empiricism. Yeah, like the whole thing is based on empiricism. Now here's where it really gets nasty. This whole flat Earth movement started in 2015. If you look at like the occurrences of flat Earth on the internet, it goes in 2015. It goes, it just shoots straight up like a hockey stick. And the reason why, and I know this is the reason, and I can't prove it, but we can speculate. But this is what happened. Chinese and Russian agents started creating Facebook groups in the United States in order to find, because they know we're technologically illiterate society, and they did so in order to sow chaos in the U.S. Then not only did they do that, they have these things where they would have like a pro-Islam rally, and it would be a Facebook group, and then they would have like a pro, like right-wing traditional conservative Facebook group, and they would have them literally go to events right next door to each other. The whole thing would be planned by foreign service agents from other countries.
This is so random.
Flat Earth is 100% created by Russian agents who tried to who have tried to exploit the fact that we have one of the most scientifically uneducated populace on the planet. That's the reason why. I know that is the reason why.
I hate that for us.
Yeah, but it's a problem. The war against the United States, you're not going to beat an M1 Abrams tank. You're not going to defeat our 11 aircraft carrier groups, and you're not going to defeat the thousands of stealth aircraft, or the hundreds of stealth aircraft the United States. U.S. has now sold 200 F-35s to the European Union. There's no force on earth that can stand up to the United States militarily.
I actually love that you're talking about this. My dad was in the military, infantry for the Army, and my uncle Edward Byers built telescopes for NASA.
Yeah.
So I got to sit behind the scenes and learn a lot from him before he passed away.
Yeah.
He passed away of old age, and he said the reason why he lived so long is because he would look through these amazing million dollar microscopes that he built, or telescopes, and he'd be like, okay, I know that this is going to happen in 8 years. I have to stay alive to see it.
Yeah.
And so he lived to 98 years old. That's amazing. That's incredible.
Yeah, so we know when comets will go back through the orbit, and that's one of the things about astronomy is that there's so many predictable models. I'm really getting off topic. Jim Simons, who is one of the finest hedge fund managers who has ever walked on this planet, his executives that he hires are not finance majors. They are physicists, because finance people believe in things like technical and technical and fundamental analysis, which are hokum. Those are not true. The random market hypothesis proves that you cannot predict market movements. Physicists build models to predict the future. I know, because of physicists, when eclipses are going to happen. I know when we're going to get to the point where Mars and Earth are in phase, so that you can make the 6-month travel there and then back at a certain amount of time, which happens like every, don't quote me on this, 2 years, like 2 years and 8 months. No, but the point at which they get back to the same point is like 2 years and 8 months or something like that. I could be wrong. Anyway, the point is, how do you model those things out? How do we know that the Earth, the sun goes through rotation every 11 years? Because we can model these things out. Physicists are good at modeling the reality.
They study it.
I like that.
Which is why some of the best, again, Charlie Munger, who was one of the greatest traders of all time, from Berkshire Hathaway. He's Warren Buffett's partner. He has a degree in physics. A lot of people don't realize this. Fisher Black has an advanced, who won the Nobel Prize for The Black-Scholes model, I believe, has a degree in physics also. And then Jim Simons hires physicists, but his degree is in like some advanced mathematics.
How do you keep all this information in your
I
brain,
read,
Michael?
bro. I read all I do is read,
gosh.
bro.
I can barely remember what I ate for dinner last night.
I just read, bro. That's all I do. I read. I try to get through 40, 50 books a year. So yeah, that's one of the things that's just so incredible when you see that. I forgot where we got started on this whole thing. Anyway, the point was